It feels so weird because I know you can hear me. You can hear me. Your door is wide open. You can hear what I'm saying. Why can't you just go somewhere? My gosh. Okay, whatever. Um, hey guys. This is an apartment complex, so if there's like noise in the background of my video, that's because there's like a whole bunch of people that live in this building, and they're like, the door is literally like right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the door is right there. So that's where the noise is coming from. But I haven't done like a makeup tutorial on my channel in like a really long time. But that's because, see, you hear that noise? Do you guys hear that noise in the background? I'm just gonna try to talk over it because I don't have like all the time. Like my camera is gonna just cut off if I don't use my time. But I haven't done a makeup tutorial in like a long time on my channel, probably because the season has changed, and I'm not really like a fall makeup expert or type of person. I don't really like the fall or the winter, so a lot of the tutorials that I did have were like geared towards like the spring and the summer, blah blah blah. So I guess I'm gonna do like a fall makeup tutorial. I'm gonna call it a fall makeup tutorial because I'm gonna drop this video around this time, but most likely it's not gonna be like a fall makeup look. So the first thing I'm gonna start off with is my eye makeup. My eyebrows are already done. As usual, if you've ever seen any of my makeup tutorials, you know that I always do my eyebrows before I record, simply because they just take like a really long time. Not because I don't want you guys to know what I'm using for my eyebrows, but they just take a while to do, so I'd rather just do them first. I'm going to start off by priming my eyes using the Lorac, I don't even remember what this is called. This thing, I'll have it listed. But it actually came with one of the palettes that I got, either the Pro 1 or the Pro 2 that I got like a minute ago off of AliExpress. And it came with all three. I actually did a haul on my Lorac palettes like a long time ago, like a really long time ago. And this primer is like a really lotiony. It blends in really nicely. You really don't need that much of it. Once we have our eye primer on, we're just going to start with the eyeshadow. I always do my eyeshadow first. So yeah. The eyeshadow palette of choice today is going to be my Lorac Pro Matte palette, which is just this small palette here. I actually got two of them, and I'm so glad that I did because I really wanted to try it because I was seeing it all the time. It just has your daily essentials. It's not like anything crazy, but the shadows are really pigmented, and you would think that it's such a small palette that it probably wouldn't have that much of a, what I want to say, it's so small that you're probably not getting that much product, but you're getting a ton of product with these shadows. Before I use that, I'm going to kind of put some shadow on my brow bone because I always do that. And for that, I'm using this Cabana Boy by the Balm shadow slash blush, but it's really not Cabana Boy. It looks more like Frat Boy. I got this from AliExpress like a long time ago, and it was like the wrong color, and the person never replaced it. So I would say that if you're familiar with the Balm blushes, this is not Cabana Boy. This is like Frat Boy, but it's like a nice peach consistency. So I like to put it on my brow bone because it makes it look natural. And then Oh my goodness, like, how am I supposed to fucking make this video with all this fucking noise in the background? Like, and I hope they heard me too, because the fuck? I'm going to use, I think, corduroy, which is this, sorry, I don't want to blind you guys with this mirror, but this third color on the first row. I'm going to start off with that color in my crease, and literally you just need a tap of these colors. They are so pigmented. I mean, you really don't need that much. And I'm using, this is a Jessup small tapered blending brush that I'm using to do my eyeshadow here. And I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit rough. I usually don't tap my shadows. Like when I pick up my shadow, I usually don't do this thing right here. But I feel like I have to do it with this because, like I said, it's so pigmented and so much will get on your eye just unnecessarily. So I feel like I have to do that extra step. But once you get that into the crease area, then I kind of go to the lid using my lid brush here. And I think the color I'm going to use for my lid is, I'm going to start off with Bare, which is the first color, first row. And I'm just going to go in here with that. Once I get Bare on there, I'm going to go into Latte, which is just the second color on the first row. These shadows are really easy to blend, so it's easy to do looks where you're mixing shadows together, which I like because I like the gradient look with my eyeshadow. I don't really like just having like a lid color and then a straight up crease color just kind of on top of it. I kind of like everything to kind of coincide and be like a gradient, so I usually mix shadows together, like similar colors, to create a light to dark look. And I'm going to take Latte and kind of just put that right on the lid, like that. And I'm not going all the way in with the Latte color. I'm really only placing it like here and out, because I want it to stay as light as it is on the inner corner and kind of fade out into a more, still a tan color, but a lot more neutral tone. And then once I'm done doing that, I'm going to focus back into the crease, taking kind of like a crease brush, and I think I'm going to go into Pink Mauve a little bit right here, which is second row, second color. Put that in here just a little bit. Take a little bit of Burgundy, which is the third color. It's right next to Pink Mauve. And literally dot it like right there. And then take a little bit of the chocolate color, which is the first row, fourth color, and use that to blend out the rest of the look. And I don't know, this is not really the most, like, it's not so difficult to do this if you have this palette. And I'm just going to take a general blending brush and blend out everything that I just did. And this is a Jessup blending brush. This is the, yeah, Jessup blending. That's pretty much what it says on it. And this has been like one of my favorite brushes to use for blending out my eyeshadow. Like I don't even put any eyeshadow on it. Like I just use it to blend out the eyeshadow that's already on my face. and it does a perfect job. I mean, it's nice, it's wide enough. The bristles, like the brush is like really soft, and it's really inexpensive. Oh my god, oh my god. Please, go in your house. Just go in your house, like. And I'm kind of smudging it on the bottom here. Like, this is like a really quick eyeshadow look for me. This is not like, I'm really not taking my time, honestly. And once I do that, I might actually go back into that chocolate color just a little bit and put a little bit of that underneath the eye. I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild Color Icon white eyeliner, favorite, you guys already know. And I'm just gonna line the whole bottom of my eye with this. Okay, so my camera cut off. It cuts off at 20 minutes, so it cut off right before I put on my black eyeliner. But basically, I put on my white eyeliner, and then underneath, like right here, like in the outer corner to like halfway through my eye, I smudged in some black eyeliner. And I was saying that that was something that I do every single time that I do my makeup. That's like a standard step for me. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to line my eyes with some gel liner. Or this is liquid eyeliner actually, and this one is from Wet n Wild. It's the H2O waterproof liquid eyeliner, and this eyeliner can get really messy, and that's something I really don't like about this. Like, honestly, as much as I like how black it is, how quick it dries, kinda, sorta, I don't like the fact that it makes like my lashes kind of like crusty if it like gets on them, and it can get really messy. So it's something that I have to use with like a really quick hand. So I don't know, but that's what I'm using in this video. And I'm trying to keep it really small. Like, I'm trying to keep like a really small eye going here, because I have the tendency to do some really over dramatic cat eyes, and I don't have a problem with that, but I just have not been feeling like that recently, and it's uncontrollable. I cannot stop doing that. But yeah, I think what it is like, I try so hard to make them as even as possible, and it's like, as I'm making them even as possible, I keep making one bigger, and then I look at the other one, I'm like, oh, that one's like not the same size, let me make that one bigger. And then they're even, but they're just huge. And yeah, see, I'm doing it again, I don't know, they're not like the cleanest of the clean today, but I want to keep them as small as they are, and I'm really not trying to go any bigger. So I just kind of feel like I'm just gonna conceal, like clean it up with a little bit of concealer. And I've never showed you guys how I do that before, so I'm gonna show you how I do that now. Basically what I do is I take whatever concealer I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, favorite concealer, and I just take it on this little concealer brush that I have, and I just go to the corners of my eyes, wherever that concealer is, and I just kind of clean by just doing that, putting the concealer like right where I want to clean it up, which also helps to kind of clean up my eyeshadow around that area if it's like really messy or something, which I do eventually. But if my liner is really bothering me that much, I'll just clean it up with a little bit of concealer. And if I have to go back in and add a little bit more of the liner, that's fine, because now I have created a line to where I know exactly what I want it to look like with the concealer. The next step with the eyes is mascara. And I think for today's choice of mascara, I'll go in with the Voluminous False Lashes and Faux Cils. I believe it's from L'Oreal. I feel like I never know like which brand this mascara is every single time I use it, but that's because it doesn't have it on here. It just has like what it is. But this is, yeah, Voluminous False Lashes Faux Cils mascara. And I'm just going to get that on my lashes as much as possible. Recently I haven't been focusing on doing such a thick lash. Like, I used to be all about the lashes. And I mean, I still am, but now I kind of like a more natural lash look, one that isn't so like doing too much. Just because, I don't know, it's something I tried recently and I really like the way that I look with it. So I kind of just stuck with it for a while. Probably go back to really long, thick lashes again. But I don't know. I would have to get like a new mascara because that's something else that I need. I need like some more mascara. That's probably why I've been doing the same lashes, because my ass doesn't have another mascara. That's probably why. And it is such a bitch to fucking get my bottom lashes like all the time, so. And yeah, that's what my mascara is looking like right now. That's what my eyes are looking like right now. So yeah, this look is, it's okay. I'm content with the way my eyes look. So now we're gonna move on to the face. First off, I'm gonna prime my face, which is a step that I've honestly been forgetting to do recently, like a lot. I don't know, I kind of just go into my face and sometimes I just forget to prime it and stuff like that. But I'm going back to something I used to use like way back in the day, and this is the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base primer. And I don't know, I mean, I had an extra one in my makeup kit or whatever back at home, and I kind of figured like maybe I should just use it, because I wouldn't say it's my favorite primer. It does have a good base to it, a good consistency, and it does help for my makeup to be flawless, but I wouldn't say it's the best primer that... Girl, do y'all hear that? Like, do you guys hear that? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, but like I was saying, let me wait for this girl to stop talking. Let me wait for this girl to stop talking. Because clearly she does not hear somebody in here trying to get some work done. Let's give her a moment of silence, guys. Like I was saying, this is not the best primer that I have ever used, but it's a good primer, especially for drugstore and for everyday use. And it's inexpensive compared to a lot of primers out there, like Sephora primers, or, you know, brand name primers like Laura Mercier, stuff like that. It's just a lot less expensive, and it works very well for a drugstore primer. So if I'm not looking to do anything fancy, smashy, and I just kind of want to get my makeup done and get out, this primer works very well for that purpose. I think it's a little bit oily though, which is why I think a lot of people say that they wouldn't recommend you using it like on your eyes. I've seen a lot of people use this, say, you know, don't use it on your eyes. I've tried it on my eyes way back when I first started using it, and it sucked. So I understood what people were talking about. And usually a lot of times when I watch people do their makeup, a lot of times I see people that use a different face primer than their eye primer. They don't use like the same primers for their eyes and their face. I mean, I have seen people that use the same primer for their eyes and their face, but then there's a lot of people that don't. And I might be one of those people. My foundation process is pretty simplistic. It's pretty standard. It's something that I do all the time. Unless I switch up a product that I use, I don't really switch up the way that I do my face makeup. But I'm going to take a little bit of this CMB Underglow, which just has a really nice sheen to it. It makes you have that really nice glow. That's why I was saying, like, this is gonna get dropped in the fall, but this is not gonna be a fall tutorial because I'm just not really into that. And I'm gonna put this all over my face, all over, not blended out yet. And then I'm gonna take my little sample of my Kat Von D that I got from Sephora, the Locket foundation, which I've been definitely bluffing on getting the whole size because it's perfect, and now I know that I really like it. I should get the whole size, but I'm using my sample size today, and I'm just going to take that, and while blending that into my face using my fiber brush here, I'm going to mix that in with the Underglow, and it's going to kind of create its own solution. And like I said, I think I've done this before in like my last makeup tutorial video, but notice I'm brushing down as I'm doing my makeup, because you have hair all over your body. You don't want the hairs on your skin to kind of like inch up, which is why I don't brush my makeup up like that. I mean, I used to, but I learned that it's a lot more smoother consistency by kind of going down when you're doing your makeup. And I have noticed the difference since I've changed doing that. And I really didn't need a lot of that Kat Von D, like, at all. Like, I see people use it to, like, spot conceal. Like, it's really, like, it's something that you really don't need a lot of. Or maybe I don't use a lot of it because I don't have a lot of it to use. I don't know. But a little bit of it goes a long way. And I like blending it in with my Underglow because it creates more product, kind of. And it helps it spread a lot easier because it's a little bit thick and it's a little bit hard to spread, like. So I thought I had my concealer, like more concealer. We're gonna do concealer now, but I don't have the full bottle of concealer that I thought I had, so I'm just gonna use this one. I'm still using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, but I'm using one that is like been open. I usually will cut them in half, like cut them open. Because there's so much product that's left inside of here that a lot of people don't utilize because they don't realize that there's a lot of it left. And I don't really need that much of it. Gonna take my sponge, clean this off with my sponge. Okay. And then use my sponge to blend out my concealer. This is the only time where I'm really dabbing anything on my face, is when I'm doing my concealer. I'm going to take my Ben Nye Topaz translucent powder here, and I'm going to use that to kind of just create a more matte look for my concealer. I mean, to me it's pretty matte because I didn't really have that much concealer to start off with, so I don't really feel as though it's too dewy, but I'm kind of accustomed to doing this step now, so yeah. And I'm using like a tulip brush to do that. All my brushes in this video are pretty much dress up brushes, you guys, if you're wondering, because you like my brushes because they're pink and pretty. Next step is to kind of have like a general powder, face powder, which, I don't know, for me I feel like it kind of tones out my face, evens it out before I contour, so that I know that my base is all the way even. So taking my CoverGirl powder, my Tawny Fauve Clean Pressed Powder by CoverGirl, I just kind of even out any other parts that I feel need that shit. like especially around my mouth area here. It's always uneven. Like it looks more even when I put like lip gloss or something on, but I don't do that unless I'm like done my makeup. So yeah. This area here. The next step that we are gonna do is contouring. And for contour, I'm gonna go in with my Bahama Mama by the Balm makeup. Been loving this contour recently. I don't know what about it. It's very subtle and natural feeling to me, so I really like using this a lot. And the next step that I'm gonna do is my nose using the same Bahama Mama, whatever. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna go down my nose. That. And once we are done contouring the nose and the face, the next step is gonna be, what am I gonna do next? Highlighting. What am I gonna use for a highlight? I guess today I'll use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Lightscapade, which looks like this. Really, really pretty. One of my favorites. Is my favorite, pretty much. So go in with this highlighter brush. Get that going. And I think that this is good for really any season but fall, because it's kind of like a mist. It's light, you know, it's not like a golden or a bronze type of color. Like I used this a lot last winter, so I don't know. And once we do that, we're going to go in with blush, which today my blush is going to be, I was going to put on Lovejoy by MAC, which looks like this if you're not familiar with it. But that's a little bit too bronzy, okay, for a fall look as well. So I'm going to go in with this Jordana blush powder in Blushing Rose. It's been something that I've been using a little bit more recently as well. It's really pretty. Really neutral tone for my skin complexion. It doesn't really show out, but it shows kind of thing. And I think it's perfect for this weather because it's just not doing that much. It's just not doing so much. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but like a really pretty shimmer to it. Not like an overwhelming, like, oh my god, shimmer to it. And I'm just kind of putting that on my cheeks, kind of making that rise up a little bit. And there, my birthmark is back. I'm going to spray my face with the NYX Matte Finish Finny Matte Spray before I do my lips, because I don't like when it makes my lips matte, because I don't need my lips to be matte, so I like to do it before. So that's what that looks like, the face. when it's completed, that's what it looks like. Usually I would normally zoom the camera into my face, but this lighting in this room and the way the windows are and the way the camera is set up is already so good. I don't need to do that. I finally don't need to like stress my camera out to do stuff like that. Which, by the way, do you guys like this cup? It's called a I'll have it listed as like a Zak, Z-A-K cup. My best friend, she has like the Ninja Turtle one or whatever. She had it like before me, and we always do stuff like that. Like she'll get something, I got something. Like she has 2 face piercings, I have 2 face piercings, like type of thing. Like we always coincide, like, cause you know we're besties like that. But I went to Shoppers and I saw that they had the Princess cup one, so I got myself one. So now we both have like Zak cups, but she has like a Ninja Turtles one and I have a Disney Princess one, and it's so awesome. And like it comes with its own straw. The straw doesn't come out of the cup, and if you like do it like this, nothing comes out because it's like sealed. It's like a kid cup. It's like a kiddie cup. It's like a little kid's cup, you know, so it's like spill proof and easy to clean and sexy looking, and yeah, so love that cup. I put everything in it, everything. Okay, so what am I gonna do next? I'm gonna do my lips. I have to get my bag though, because I think my lipstick and all that stuff is in there, so hold on really quick. The first thing I'm gonna go in with is a little bit of this matte Nude Attitude by Revlon. And then I'm going to take my Rimmel London Ultimate lip pencil here. And I'm going to kind of color over that nude, because that nude on the lip was kind of just like a base. We're really going to put on the Flower Classic Nude, and this is going to change up the whole entire look and everything. And I know I said I had a mirror back there, but I need a closer mirror to see what I'm doing with this. I'm taking my Flower lip gloss here, and I'm just going to put it over the whole entire lip, and just watch what happens. This is the completed look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I will see you guys in my next video.